All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Game number 3 today between Taurent and Dimaga. The first two games were victories by Dimaga. It was some really good play in both games. Last game, we saw Dimaga go for 3 early expansions and then end up coming out with a mass Mutalisk. It made it so that, unfortunately, Taurent wasn't able to expand at all, and he wasn't able to deal with those Mutalisks and critical mass. Just a little bit too much of an issue for him to handle. And I mentioned at the end of last game, I feel as if Taurent had managed to attack that third expansion earlier than he did, then he would have been able to take it out, and he could have, as such, been able to deal with it. But unfortunately, it didn't work out quite that way for Taurent. But that's enough about this game. We can move right in. That's enough about that game. We can move right into this game right now. Dimaga going to be moving, of course, with that Overlord Scout. Going to be scouting right across the front of his base, and then probably moving into a safe position somewhere in space back here. And it looks like going to be seeing a pretty early scout from Taurent. He does want to check for a 6-pool. 6-pool or anything of the sort, even a really early 10-pool, can be a little bit hard to deal with on this map because of such a large ramp. It's very difficult for you to be able to defend against it. It's just kind of too much to handle. Really early Zergling rushes. It forces you to pull guys off the line that can really hurt your economy, and depending on how the micro goes between the two players, can definitely put the Zerg player in a commanding lead. Also, I do want to mention before we really get into the action of this game, I'm going to be coming out with about 3 more strategy videos this week. Sometime in the near future, within the next few days. So we do have these commentaries coming down right now. Also, some really new exciting changes as well. Nice little expansion going down for Dimaga. Unfortunately, Taurent wasn't able to get down that pylon block off, so Dimaga getting his fast expansion out pretty early. I think that was 15. Probably about a 15. It was either 15 or 14 hatch, so nice little expansion there. But what I wanted to say is that we do have some big changes coming along. Besides the fact that I'm going to be coming out with some more strategy videos this week, we are going to be looking at some material from other casters. Basically, what I'm going to be looking to do is I want to really help other StarCraft 2 casters in the community. You know, I've really been lucky in kind of the amount of subscription and growth that Force Strategy Gaming has had. It's only been up for about 6 months now, and the fact that I'm sitting on just about 40,000 subscribers, to me, is pretty phenomenal. So, I mean, of course, thank you guys for that. I really appreciate all the support that you've given me and really allowed me to do what I do. But the other thing is that I kind of want to give back in a sense, and I want to showcase other casters in the community who maybe aren't as well known and get their name out there a little bit. So we're going to be looking at some casts from some other gamers here on the channel. Hopefully that's something that you guys enjoy. If you don't like a particular caster, you can of course just watch the games casted by me, but there's going to be some other things on the channel as well, some additional content. More cannot necessarily hurt, you know. If you don't, again, the more the better, right? I think that's how I see things anyways. But anyways, Taurent's going to be coming out with the Zealot right now, going to be blocking off that small little choke there. I don't know why his Zealot's following the Overlord, because he can't really do much against that. Zealot's going to want to move down to this choke, and the Stalker, he can follow the Overlord. That makes a lot more sense. Zerglings are out on the board, going to be moving forward right now for Dimaga, trying to take out this Probe. Very close, and they do manage to catch up, so Probe does go down to those Zerglings. And at this point, what are we seeing Dimaga go for? Nothing much, just going to be going and working on his econ at this point, coming out with that second Queen right here, and another Queen over here, so possibly worried about some Phoenixes. He's coming out with 3 Queens nice and early on. He's also, of course, going to be able to spread the creep there much easily because of that. And for Taurent right now, we do have 3 gateways coming out. We do have 1 gateway out. No, going for a 4 gate. So Taurent's going to be going for a 4 gate push. Going to be moving out early, and I can make that conclusion because he has these 4 gateways out so early on. His intention is going to be going for early aggression. That would be the point. That would be the purpose. Very rarely you're going to see someone drop 4 gateways at this point and then try to go for an expansion after that. It kind of, you know, makes it pointless. You might as well go for a 2 or 3 gate and then expand. That makes a lot more sense. And no, going to be going for a 5 gate. So just the other day we did watch a game from White Raw where he managed to pull off a nice strong 5 gate against his Zerg opponent and did manage to take him out quite early on. I believe that was Sen was his opponent. It was White Raw versus Sen. That was the matchup that we looked at yesterday. So we're going to see if Taurent's able to have that same kind of success here against Dimaga. Probably going to be looking to break through these destructible rocks, moving forward with 1 Zealot and a Probe. We're going to be trying to get a scout of exactly what Dimaga is going for. Now Dimaga is coming out with his Roach Warren right now, so it's going to help him deal with this 5 gate push. Zerglings alone, it would be tough to deal with that. Losing the Overlord there, unfortunately. But Dimaga, did he catch that 5 gate? Let's find out real quick. Dimaga did, in fact, catch that 5-gate. He saw those 5 gateways coming, so he is aware that a very, very strong early push is coming from Taurent. Moving down the Zerglings, going to try to take out this pylon, this one Stalker moving forward to try to prevent that, but no, Zerglings probably going to be able to take this down. Are seeing a warp in, though, of a bunch of Zealots. Are they going to be able to get it in time? No, the Zerglings do manage to take down that proxy pylon, forcing Taurent to drop another proxy pylon. Dimaga's coming out with a bunch of Zerglings and a couple Roaches as well to try to deal with this push. Again, we're seeing a strong 5-gate push right now for Taurent. Not fully sustainable for a very long time. He's going to have to curb back on his probe production. You can see here no more probes coming out. That's going to give him those extra resources, at least temporarily, to push this out. Of course, in the long run, this isn't the best decision. If he doesn't manage to do a bit of damage right here, then he's going to be hurting economically compared to his opponent. But what he wants to do is at least take out the expansion and do as much damage as possible. Moving down with these 4 queens, going to be using them to help the attack. Probably going to be using them for some transfuse as well. Moving down with the Zergling, trying to get us around. Force field's going down. Zergling still managed to sneak in, though. Only a few got blocked out. These queens are actually helping quite a bit. The transfuse ability obviously is going to add to bolster the effectiveness here of these Roaches. If he can try to transfuse that one Roach, that would be a great idea. We do have 12 more Roaches coming out right now. He's going to be pulling back his units for the time being, trying to wait till those Roach reinforcements come out. Now, are we seeing any more warp-ins right now for... Well, come on, Taurent. We want to see some more warp-ins. We need some more units right now. If you're going to be pushing through this aggression, you need to kind of go all in and do what you can to make it effective as possible. There we go, warping in some additional units. Roach is going to be getting surrounded. Lots of Roaches right now, right, for Dimaga, and I don't think Taurent has enough to deal with this. So many Roaches right now, coupled with those Queen's Force Fields going down, trying to stop damage and pick off these units in the front as soon as possible. But the Roach is moving forward and going to be picking off these units one at a time, trying to micro away, trying to allow himself to buy some time so he can warp in some more units. This is a really tough situation right now for Taurent. This push is not nearly as effective as he wanted it to be. Roaches managed to take out Taurent's final Stalkers, and looks like Dimaga is victorious. So Dimaga managing to pull through in this 3-game series, winning all 3 of the games. Great job, great play by him. Taurent trying for that 5-gate push in this game. Unfortunately, he didn't do any economic damage whatsoever. He wasn't able to get into the expansion, wasn't able to kill any drones, and just a really, really heavy Roach countermeasure from Dimaga allowed him to handle these Stalkers without much of a problem, dropping them very quickly. And also, of course, those queens helped quite a bit. You can see these queens right here. Where are the kills? No kills. 1 kill for this queen, but they did still help in the damage. And again, that transfuse ability helped quite a bit as well. So nice little matchup between these 2 players. Hopefully you guys are going to be, looking forward to that strategy videos coming out. Also that new content that I mentioned earlier. So as always, guys, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep watching and keep owning.